Atlanta, 1911. The gruesome discovery of an African-American woman in the middle of the street during the early morning hours. Her throat sliced open. Police were appalled at the savagery of the crime but could not find solid suspects. Over the next few weeks, 2 more African-American women suffered the same fate and the same wounds. The murderer was named the Atlanta Ripper and threw the African-American community into a state of panic. While police followed up on 6 different suspects, the bodies continued to pile up. In total, police estimated the possibility of 21 victims, but a suspect was never convicted of any wrongdoing. Historians continue the debate of the Atlanta Ripper to this day, many believing it to be the work of more than one person, and many believing the murders were carried out by one sadistic sociopath. In 2010, the bodies of 4 women tied up in burlap sacks were discovered by police in Long Island, New York. Over the course of the next year, 6 more bodies were found in the same fashion, some having connections to unsolved murders almost 15 years prior. After years of false leads, the FBI officially joined the investigation, for who has been christened the Gilgo Beach Killer in 2015. Public knowledge of the suspect's identity is unknown, though authorities believe it's a white man, somewhere between 24 and 47, who actively lives on Long Beach. The most recent death seemingly associated with the Gilgo Beach Killer took place in 2013, when the body of Natasha Gilgo washed up on shore in late June. The Jeff Davis 8 case is one of Louisiana's greatest unsolved mysteries, and likely has just as many connections with police officers as it does with any specific serial killer. From 2005 to 2009, 8 women were found abandoned and murdered in the swamps of Jennings, Louisiana. All of the women shared connections with each other, whether blood-related or casual correspondence. While some bodies were too badly decomposed to designate a specific cause of death, others were found with their throats slit open. The police launched a task force with the intention of identifying a serial killer, but continuous missteps taken by the officers led to a mishandling of evidence that seemingly made the case unsolvable. Residents of Jennings believe one of 2 theories: that the serial killer is an officer himself, or that the entire police force is covering up the murders in a massive conspiracy. In 1975, police theorized the deaths of 5 women in Florida were the result of a serial murderer known only as the SouthDade Killer. After the deaths of 27-year-old Ronnie Gorlin and 21-year-old Elise Knapp, authorities began to suspect a connection in the 2 victims. As they created a profile of the killer, they discovered his chilling means of murder. The SouthDade Killer would deflate the tires of his victims' cars, approach them offering assistance, and then kidnap and murder them in a safer space. It was not until 2011 when police began to associate the murders of 3 other women to the SouthDade Killer, when autopsies showed more connections between all the girls. While some authorities believe the SouthDade Killer could be responsible for a series of over 30 murders over the past 40 years, a suspect has never been brought to light. Second only to Britain's Jack the Ripper, the Zodiac Killer is America's most famous unidentified serial killer, wreaking a murderous rampage over California in the 1960s and 1970s. The Zodiac Killer has been glamorized in movies, media, and even a recent conspiracy that claims his identity is that of Republican candidate for president Ted Cruz. Having shot and stabbed couples all along Northern California, the Zodiac Killer taunted both police and local journalists with cryptic puzzles and messages, which he claimed would reveal his identity. While police had multiple leads, they could never bring any conviction to a suspect. Since the killings, numerous individuals have come forward believing to be related to the Zodiac Killer, but none have been able to provide clear enough evidence to officially close the case.